So hello, Kallol.
Hello.
Thank you very much for joining in this conversation. I'm really looking forward to a nice adda with you about your theatre work, which is so absolutely delightful. I thought, before we start, in case the people who are listening, if, not everybody may know about your group or your campus. So could we start with a small introduction to your, your group and your campus, and then we can continue talking?
Yes, sure. In 1994, we formed our theatre group, Ebong Amra. Ebong Amra is the name of our theatre group. Ebong Amra means and we too. There are so many theatre groups, and we too. So in 1994, we formed the group in our small village named Satkahunia. Satkahunia is a small village in the district Paschim Bardhaman, very near to Shantiniketan and Panagarh. In 1994, only 100 household was in this village, and 50% Muslim community and 50% Hindu community. But maximum villagers, 99% villagers, not only maximum, 99% villagers are very poor, underprivileged and lower caste people, both sides, in Muslim community and in Hindu community. Only 5 family, educated middle class family, only 5 families in this village. But in 1994, it was the picture of this village. Now around 1,000 people lives in this village, but the character is same. And in that time, 30 years ago, this area was totally a remote rural area. There was no facilities, no informations, no connections with the outside people, outside world. Gradually, all things changed. Now we are living here, but when we started, that situation is not present now. So when we formed our group, all the members comes from the lower community, from the underprivileged community. They were all daily labor. They went to brick field or agricultural field, or they went to river for sand working, to load the trucks by the sand in the river. All were daily labor. And we started our group with these people, these young people. And in that time, we were very much influenced and very much influenced by the work of Badal Sarkar and Prabir Guho. And we started our theatre work in the open air. And in that time, only all the group members, they in that time, they had no idea about the modern theatre. But I watched some plays of Jananatya Mancho, and in that time I read a collection of plays by Shabdar Hashmi. And after a long time, all the members, they also watched the performance of Jananatya Mancho. And we started training workshop for our group members, because they had no idea about the theatre. Only they had idea about various kind of folk forms. Like in Bengal, you know, the Alka Bleto is a very popular folk theatre form. They had idea about these forms, but they had no idea about the theatre. They had no knowledge, no skill on modern theatre. That's why we started various kind of training workshop for our group members. And in the evening,
if I can interrupt you, a quick question. Yes. Why did you want to, I mean, if people did not have an idea of theatre, why did you want to do theatre? Like, why did you want to bring theatre in?
Yes, in that time, mainly I born and I born in a family. There is a very good cultural and political atmosphere. And from my childhood, I want to say something. What I see, various kind of happenings, what influenced me very much, and always I want to say something. Always I want to give some messages to the people. And I watched the plays of Badal Sarkar and Prabir Guhoj, and I discovered their performance, not only a theater performance, their content, their messages, very strong. And that performance influenced me very much. And I took the theater. This is a right tool for me. What I want to say, what I want to do with the pupils surrounding.
And why did people join you?
And
Why did people join you? Why did people join you? That was your exposure, but you said a lot of people who are daily laborers, they joined you. What was their reason for joining?
Because I born and live in this village, and from my childhood, mainly for the reason of political reason, I say you, in my family, there is a very good political atmosphere, and for political consciousness, we have had a very good relationship with the villagers.
Okay.
And daily relationship. We have had a very good relationship with the villagers, with the people. And when I told them, I want to form a theater group, are you interested to work with me? They say yes. But join. But they don't know what is theater. Gradually, I organized various kind of training, workshop, discussion, etc. Then gradually they interested. They started to know what is going on.
Okay. And you then started, all of you decided to start living together to do your theater work, right? That is how Tepantar started.
Tepantar, this idea came in our mind after, in 1994, we formed our theater group, and in 1999, we started to develop our Tepantar theater village. The main reason was in that time, we faced various problems to run our theater group, to organize training, workshop, festival, etc. Because in a remote rural area, it is very difficult to collect fund. And one problem arose in that time. All the members were daily labor. When we arranged a 10 days residential training program or workshop, when we went to outside for our performance, in that days, they had no income. This is the major problem in that time. So we started thinking what we can do, how we can generate income for our own work, to run our theater group, and how we can make a full-time theater worker. So then we started Tepantar Theater Village. We can do agricultural work, we can do poultry, fishery, etc. And the income, what will be generated, 1% will be spent for the theater works, and 1% will be spent for the honorarium or salary, what you say, for our group members. Mainly, it was our aim to cut off their daily labor work, and make them self-sufficient, self-dependent. And from 2005, we started to make infrastructure like our own space, theater space, performance space. We started develop to make a performance space, started to develop cottages, dormitory, because in time of festival or in time of training, workshop, the experts or the outside people or the outside theater groups, in that time in our area, there was no hotel, resort or accommodation facilities. And we started to develop our own infrastructure where we can accommodate the outside people in time of festival, in time of training, in time of workshop. 2005, from 2005 we started this kind of work side by side. At the same time, poultry, fishery, orchard, vegetable garden, all the things going on.
And I remember you telling me that basically you all have built the space completely yourself. Even your ponds, everything has been done by all the group members.
Yes.
Yeah, like the actual building.
In that time, the total land, 4-acre land, the land was private land. And we went to the owner who were, in that time, who were the owner of the land. And we told them that we want to make a theater village. If you give us permission, we can start the work. And they gave us permission and we started the work. In 2011, the total land, the buying the land, we buy the total land in 2011. And now total land and the total infrastructure, Ebong Amra is the owner of this land. Yes, and in that time, the total land was very close to jungle, and that land was not usable in that time. The total land, not in, it was a very bad land in that time, and we started clean the land. We had no fund to hire the laborers to clean, to usable the land. All the group members, we started work to clean the land, to make usable the land. And every day in afternoon, 4 to 6 p.m., all the members worked in that land. And after few months, we realized only two hours is not sufficient to clear the whole land, to make the land usable. Then weekly, one day, morning, evening, we will give our laborers, and all the members participated in that time to make the land usable. And poultry, fishery, mango orchard, vegetable garden, and we started nursery. Nursery means saplings. In that time, the local panchayats for the villagers in time of monsoon, and they buy all the saplings from the outside, and we go every panchayat. In our block, there is 7 panchayat. There are 7 panchayat, and we went every panchayat, and we told that we are doing a nursery, and our sapling is very good. If you buy the saplings from us, we will be benefited. Then all the panchayats, they started buying the saplings from us, and a large fund came in our hand, and that fund we used to develop our infrastructure.
Okay.
And only in 2015, B. Joyashree, the eminent theatre personality of Karnataka, she was the nominated Rajya Sabha member. She gave us a 50 lakhs fund to develop a black box theatre.
Okay.
Only this is the outside donation.
Everything else is revenue generated.
Yes, out of this, all the things we developed from our own resources, from our own incomes.
And Kallol, what is very interesting, when we have spoken before and you've told others as well, that to understand Tepantar, you have to understand it as a theatre plus economic enterprise. But you've just talked about your internal economic enterprise, but you also have a relationship, and I was hoping we could talk about, your relationship. You've already talked a bit about it, but your relationship with the villagers around, not just your village, but where all you go to perform. What your relationship has been and how that is both cultural and economic. I find that really interesting. So I wonder if you could tell us a bit about how you've built the cultural mahol, but how that has also been a building of the economic mahol in some sense.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. From the starting time, we went door to door to invite the people. Please come and watch our performance, or please come join in our festival. From the beginning, we move all the villages, all the localities to invite the people, face to face invitation. And still now, we are doing it. When we organized any festival, or in our performance, or outside group who came to perform in our Tepantar theater village, we move and door to door, we move and invite the people. They please come in that day, in that time, watch the performance. These activities, door to door, we go door to door, invite the people. It helps us to make a very good relationship with the villagers, with the local peoples. And in Tepantar, in 2014, we realized the income from the poultry, fishery, mango orchard, this is not sufficient for the livelihood of our 20 members, and for develop the infrastructure, or to run our theater repertory. And we started organize various kind of training, workshop, etc., etc. We invite the various NGOs, government sectors, they please come in our Tepantar theater village. And this is a campus, 4-acre campus. We have accommodation facilities. Come and arrange your workshop, training, seminar, etc., etc. And from 2014 to still now, various NGOs, various cultural groups, theater groups, government sectors regularly comes here to organize their own workshop, own residential training program, or their own theater festival, or for production making, etc., etc. And for their accommodation, to arrange their food, from food and accommodation, a income comes from us, another income, and this amount was large. And this kind of workshop, training, festivals help us to increase our income. But at the same time, what happened? Now, another economy developed in our locality. How now? When a workshop or a training or a festival organized, arranged in our Tepantar theater village, in that time, we hired all the local carts. We buy all the things from our local market, like vegetables, fish, meat, grocery, etc., etc. We buy all the things from our local people, from our locality. And money, a large amount of money goes to the hand of the local people, and a local economy develop here. And this is another kind of relationship with the local Tepantar theater village, between Tepantar theater village and the local people. This is another kind of relationship, economy based relationship. And every year, last 13 years, we arrange Tepantar Cultural Mela. It's a big fair, big event in our Tepantar theater village. Last 13 years, we arranged this fair. It's a 3 days fair, and 60 to 70 artisans came to buy their product. Various food stall, various people comes to sell their foods, and 20 to 25 lakhs, the total selling of the various kind of handicrafts, various products, foods, everything. Total selling amount is 20 to 25 lakhs. So this amount goes to the local people, and various people, a large number of local people now indirectly benefited by Tepantar Theatre Village, and a economy develop here, and this help them to change their lifestyle also. Their Tepantar Theatre Village not only a theater or cultural performance space, now it is playing an important role to develop an economy in this locality, rural economy in this locality.